For those of you who weren't familiar with Pine Hill Park, it's probably not a surprise that you weren't familiar with it, because it had been very run down over the years, and you could barely see it because things were grown over, especially on the south side of the driveway. And it was something that we all felt that the north end needed to see improvement on. I want to just say that this wouldn't have happened without the work of a lot of folks, and I'll go into what happened, but Jim Oliviera was the prime mover here. This is one of your swan songs right now as city councilor, Jim, but Jim did exactly what a city councilor should do for his ward, and that is just to go to bat for things that are important to the ward. He really sold this project on me. It made a lot of sense in every way. And so what we undertook is we found a way to finance improvements that make it look like new. But we're able to put together, through the work of DPI and the Parks Department, Mayor Raposa and Manny Silver, both here representing both agencies, a first-rate public facility. These are great basketball hoops. They're great courts. They're level. They're brand new. They are well lighted. All this stuff is new, and I felt very strongly, as did Jim, that the north end, the far north end, particularly Pine Hill Acres, deserve to have something like this, and that's what they have now. The kids from Pine Hill Acres in particular, as well as the housing developments just south of here, can walk here, can have a good time, and it's also for all ages. We did some sprucing up of the playground over there, the swing sets. It costs, just for the numbers, it costs the city about $111,000. That money largely came from the EPA easement funds that were spread across wards for different projects, as well as some free cash as well. So it's a good buy for taxpayers, and it's a great facility, and we're going to maintain it very well for the years to come. I want to thank Frank Moniz, Richie Correa for all their great work on this project. PA Landers did a great job. The backboards are manufactured right here in New Bedford by True Bounce. They're making backboards all over the place for cities across America and beyond. And I want to thank Stephanie. And I don't know your last name now. What's your last? What did you change it to?
Crampton.
Crampton.
Yep.
So the newly betrothed Stephanie Crampton, as always, did a fabulous job, and she still is sporting her honeymoon tan from an undisclosed island. But anyway, thanks everybody for all of your hard work. This is great stuff. And with all that, let me turn it over to Jim Oliviera for one of his final ribbon cuttings in the ward he is so faithfully represented. Jim.
Thank you, Mayor. This is a very proud day. Proud for the citizens of Ward 1 who really have deserved their parks to be improved upon over the course of this past year. Pine Hill is just the beginning, as far as I'm concerned, and that there will be more work in this ward over the course of the next few years. I do want to thank the mayor for his support on this project and his interest in the project and his availability to come out and see what the condition was of the courts in the park prior to what we have here today. And he's also looked at all of the other parks in the north end as well. And I know that he understands that recreation is great. The ward itself is becoming a much younger ward. If you come into my neighborhood nowadays, most of the folks my age are selling their houses and moving south. I'm not doing that. I'm still committed to the area. But I will tell you this, that the median age is probably dropping in some of the areas of the north end, the far north end. There are many families that are young families with 2 or 3 children under the age of 10. And we need facilities like this not only for youngsters and with the wonderful park equipment we have over here, but also for some of the some of the kids that are mid-teens and teenagers and beyond. I want to tell you that since these particular basketball courts have been open, they've been jamming, absolutely jamming. I've come by here on numerous evenings where this parking lot is full. There's two full court games going on, and people are on the sidelines waiting to play. That's how vibrant it is. The nice part about when you get this type of vibrancy, you don't have the other element that you would expect if this park was not in the condition it is today. So again, I want to thank I think DPI did a great job, and the work that they did to even color code the courts and how they worked with some youth to come up with the colors of the basketball court. It's not just your average green and white courts, but it's got some vibrancy to it, and I think that was particularly important to attract people here. Finally, I want to thank my colleagues on the council for supporting this project as well. It was, we have projects across the city, and many of us have, especially as ward councilors, have pet projects. Parks have been my pet project. This is the first park that we've got really and truly fixed up. Rivers End Park went through a makeover, probably needs another makeover, and I'm hell-bent for election to see Pulaski Park fixed up, even if I'm not in office. Thank you, everybody, and thank you for all your hard work.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Jim. Yeah. So, I mean, I think Jim, if I could just elaborate, in closing, just elaborate on one point that Jim made about the look of the park. DPI went out and talked to some of the kids who use this park and wanted to use it more, and asked them, what do you want? What do you like to see? They're the customers in a way. Those are the people we want in there. We want kids to be engaged in sports, as Jim was getting at. And this is great. I mean, this place looks fabulous. And we've done this in a number of parts of the city, and it's certainly high time that we do it right here in the far north end. So, and by the way, the entryway, all the split rail fence there, that's all brand new. We wanted to make that look sharp. These guys, DPI, did a great job with that, and the signage, so it looks just so. So it's a really nice looking park that's walkable and drivable, and looks great. That's the way it should be. So thanks, guys, for all of your hard work on this.